Country on that hood hour.
Hey, man,
you gonna put him on there?
Country's already on there.
Man. He need episode 2.
Episode 2.
This your girl Naomi Javinci, and you is right here with the one and only Hood Hierarchy. You already know.
Oh man, look, man, OG Tulo, man, the Coke Talker Houston. You know what I'm saying? 8 times, man, Dirty Size, man. You know, this what it is, man. You know, rocking with my boy, Uncle Beats.
First of all, yo, salute to everybody in the building, man. This Jap City TV, y'all already know what's going on. Bandana Road, East Side Legend. I'm in this boy with Hierarchy, with my boy Uncle Beats. Y'all already know what's going on. East Side Chicago, West Side Chicago, Low End, Wild Hunters. Acknowledge me. Let's get up, man. Let's talk about it, man.
Yo, y'all. This Hood Hierarchy. This your girl Star with 3 R's. Y'all got it. This is the best platform for the artists.
Now we gonna start with the South Side, where GDs and BDs and Blackstones don't coincide. So let me be your tour guide. So when you in a certain area, you will know what that hood ride.
How you doing, Two Sweets? How you doing?
Hey.
Good to have you here. If somebody was trying to be a guest on the Gangster Chronicles, what's the qualification?
Man, just have an interesting story, man. That's how we made our name, man. We really made our name off of just having interesting people on, dog.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, dog, I'd rather talk to an interesting person than a celebrity any day, dog.
There we go.
Any day. So if you got something interesting,
I was on the Gangster Chronicles, so I guess I'm interesting, people.
Yo, what up, people? Y'all tapped in with President Sly, Hood Hierarchy. Y'all checking out, you know what I'm saying? Unc right here. Stay tuned. Buffalo, New York in the building. Aye.
Okay, so it is what
What you eating? I'm eating Uncle Remus, boy. You know what that means. Always Remus. Yes, sir.
West Side. Open the Remus. There you go, baby.
Remus over Harem. You know what I'm saying?
Hood Hierarchy. Live with Uncle Beats, your boy Burn Poe, a.k.a. Dada Man.
California, hey. You know, for everybody who be trying to count me out, just remember something. You can't count. See that? See that? You see them mountains? Them mountains.
Fellas, everybody listen. Don't trust these women family. Because every woman got some dude that's a family friend that been around for the longest, and the brothers will hang with you, the cousins, and they know about Derek.
Beats. Let me throw it at you. Do you know that one move could change a person's life? So let's say, for instance, your daughter goes to school and some girls calling her names, and she decides she's gonna go over and put one in their eye. She gets arrested, messes with her. Now she's not in that school anymore. They kick her out. It changed everything. So when we talk about raising kings and queens, I mean, we really got to prepare them for, you know, all those roadblocks and things that are out there. So that's what I really want to hear. But I do thank you for calling, man. I really appreciate hearing from you.
Thank you so much.
Oh, one more thing.
Oh, you hung up.
It can only be one king.
Oh,
everybody can be a prince.
That's right.
But they can't all be the king.
It could be a lot of kings and queens.
No, it can't. It's
Well,
one
he's saying
king.
in the
I'm just a bartender.
Sage on side 1, Sunshine on side 2, and Sly.
And you better answer it right because my brother sitting right back.
The real one, the love comes first. But if you pick the right one, the money gonna come after.
I know that's right.
It's the Hood Hierarchy Mobcast, and it's me, Uncle Beats, in the streets like white lines on the corner like a stop sign. And it's gonna go all the way down. So if you want us to be alright, hit that like. If you care, hit that shit. If you want it, leave a comment. If you really want us out the trap, always put something on that real Hierarchy Cash out. So let's go.
Zeno was our biggest episode.
We're in the shop. We just came from getting the Polish, extra onions. You know what I'm saying? In the building.
It's hood hierarchy time. Are y'all ready? There I go. Y'all hear me now. I'm here. Get in here. Drop a comment. Let us know your city. Let us know your state. Let us know your hood. And as always, hold on. It's the hood hierarchy, Mobcast, and it's me, Uncle Beast, in the streets like white lines, on the corners like a stop sign. If you want us to be all right, hit that like. If you care, hit that share. If you really on it, leave a comment. You want us to do well, hit that bell. If you want us to survive, hit subscribe. And if you really want us out the trap, drop something on that hood hierarchy cash out. Hey, it's going down. I got insurance experts in the building today. So it's time for y'all to understand the importance of insurance. It's gonna go down. So y'all know the rules. I gotta roll the intro. Then when I come back, we gonna get into it. Hood hierarchy. Mobcast. Every single episode, man, we gonna give them a little background.
I know how I feel because I done been through that 1,000 times.
Lovely ghetto you, beautiful ghetto you, sweet ghetto
We made so much doing that. I started taking that money throwing the concerts.
It's your boy, Project Pata. Hood hierarchy, man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, look, man, if it ain't in the hood, man, it ain't on here.
Hey, this your boy Mario Cannon, man. And you rocking with Hood Hierarchy. You already know what's going down.
Team Pretty P stand up. It's a wrap. Tune in.
It's Deli Dale. And whenever I got time and I'm relaxing and I'm chilling, I don't give a damn if I'm laying in the bed with you. I'm checking out Hood Hierarchy. And it's just that simple, just that easy.
This is 7 Up, man, straight from Brooklyn. I want y'all to check my boy out, Uncle Beast, Hood Hierarchy. Get the dopest interviews, the dopest content, the dopest platform, straight from Chi-Town, man. You know what it is, man. We representing Uncle Beast, Hood Hierarchy. That's the highest of prestige. Get it? You already know. That's on game. You heard?
One, what's happening? It's the one and only HD president, Mr. Bow Bow Bow. This is Hood Hierarchy checking in. I'm signing out. HD4, bow, bow, bow.
All right, before we get to going, my guests, go to my page. Make sure you share this live to your page so your people can see it live. So we finna get busy because I don't see it on your page, guests. So go share. I don't see it on your page. Share to your page. Share it live. How y'all been doing anyway? Hold on, light blinking. I be missing y'all. I really do. You know. I know y'all be working. I be working. I be missing y'all though. But today, thank me later. Thank me later. Thank me later. Let me see if my guest shared it yet. Let me see if you got me on there, guests. I don't know what this thing doing. Y'all bear with me. I just cut the other phone. I'm getting 1,000 messages. Hold on, y'all. I hate to have them go off the screen once we get to talking and get into it, you know. I don't know why this thing moving so slow. Okay, she got it on there. She got it on there. So, without further ado, we finna get it cracking. We finna get it popping. I've been wanting to do this show for so long. But every time I go to do it, somebody who is a family member, and I don't be wanting to think I'm targeting them for the things that I may say during this podcast. But I have to admit, it's people dying that never died before. So with that being said, I have no choice but to just go on and do it. Let me make them comments a little better on the screen because I see y'all is talking to us. Hold on, people, if y'all don't mind. So we finna get into it. We talking about insurance today, and I got two insurance experts in the building. So without further ado, get in there, drop y'all hood, drop y'all city, drop y'all state, cause we finna talk about some important stuff today. But without further ado, I bring to you the one and only Yolanda Henderson, well, the two and only Yolanda Henderson and Brittany Williams is in the building with your boy. Where we at? There they go. Oh, there they go.
Good
Can y'all hear
evening,
me?
everyone.
How y'all
Good
doing? How
evening.
y'all doing?
Can you guys hear me?
We hear you
Yes,
fine. We hear
we
you
hear
fine.
you.
So how y'all doing? How y'all doing?
We're doing good. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I'm insured, so I want to get other people insured. Okay, I want to get
Yes.
other people insured. So if this is your first time here, people, don't think I'm being rude to my wonderful guests, which is Yolanda with the glasses and which is Brittany with the nice hair, just so y'all can distinguish the two. Don't think I'm being rude to my guests. If I go to the comments, we call that checking in with the streets. So we have to do that because when I don't, these people in these comments, they see me in the street and they be like, man, I was on there. You ain't even read my comment. So y'all get in there, drop the city, drop the state. I appreciate to everybody that's checking in with us. So let's get down to business. I don't want to waste time. Like normally I waste time, but I can't waste time with this with y'all, right? So I just want to know, first of all, what's the insurance company?
So the name of this insurance company that we're here to talk about today is called Primerica. So have you ever heard of Primerica before?
I have, but I'm a resourceful brother. So for those who haven't heard of Primerica, why don't y'all tell them about the company?
Yolanda, you want to go ahead?
Well, you can go. You can go ahead, Brittany.
Go
We
ahead.
hear from you.
Well, first and foremost, look, I'm not trying to run the show, but I do want to at least kind
Don't
of like
worry,
give
I'm not
them
going to
some
let
of
you
my
run this.
background.
Don't worry, I won't let you run it. I'll
Okay.
cut you off. So don't worry.
Okay, perfect. So again, like you said, you all, my name is Brittany Williams. I have been in the financial services industry for about 12 years. I was a kid, so to speak, when I started. I was 22. I'll be 36 May of this year. So I've been around the block. And I've seen a lot, developing and growing within this industry. Me and my husband, we actually are branch owners for PFS Investments, aka Primerica Life. And so we are licensed professionals, not just to do life insurance, but also to help you grow your money as well, right? Because both sides are very important. And so, like you said, Yolanda said, the name of the company is Primerica. I just kind of wanted to introduce myself a little bit. And so the firm has been around for almost 50 years. It was first pretty much founded in 1977. The reason that the founder, which is Art Williams, he started the company, it used to be A.L. Williams, is because he was sold a life insurance policy that was strictly a whole life. And so when his father passed away, that agent did not give them the proper disclosures when it came down to understanding what they were paying for. And so,
Right.
long story short, the father passed away and that company did not pay out. Right. So that
Okay, let's
caused this
explain. Let's explain. You gotta remember this is hood hierarchy. So first of all, y'all, she didn't say
Yeah.
whole life. She said a whole life. Okay. So explain to them what a
Uh-huh.
whole life is, and opposed to the other kind of insurance.
Sure. So, and this is one of the reasons that we win in our space of business is because we educate on the right kind and the wrong kind. Talking about the wrong kind of life insurance, which is whole life, which is basically you have an insurance plan where the agent actually sells it as an investment. And here's the thing, and insurance and investments are two separate things that have two separate goals. And so how they generally sell it to us, people, black folk, right? They sell it to us like we're gonna be able to save our money and build up all this wealth, but never gives us the steak and potatoes on how it really is supposed to work. So then myself and Yolanda come in and we're able to actually give them a better way by way of investing in term insurance. In case anyone did not know, all insurance is term, right? But they sell it another way. But yeah, you invest in term insurance and invest the difference by way of the stock market and mutual funds.
Okay. Well, before we get into the breakdowns of insurance, right? This is what I want to ask you and Yolanda, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, Yolanda, we're gonna talk about life insurance, right?
Mm-hmm.
If people, if I'm gonna be dead and gone anyway, why do I need insurance?
Because we have what we call the theory of responsibility. And there's two things that people are doing today. They either living too long or they're dying too soon. So we help to protect the people. Like when you have young children, you have high debt, you have mortgage, you have all those things that you have in your younger years. And the loss of an income would be devastating to your family. So in your older years, you need retirement income. Your house is paid off, your kids are grown, your mortgage is paid off, and you need the retirement income. So this is what Primerica teaches. That's what we're teaching people. We're bringing Wall Street to your street. So we're teaching people how to the two things.
Okay. Chicago had 416 murders last year.
Mm-hmm.
So why should somebody be worried about retirement if they might get hit with that and not
because
not
am I able to piggyback on the question at hand again, just to add on to what Yolanda stated, just to kind of bring more clarity to that. So she made a great statement, just helping you understand in the early years, you have more responsibility. And what we don't know as a people is life insurance was never meant for the dead anyway. Right? It's for the living. Now, yes, you can go ahead and bury your folks and have the celebration, but the bulk of that money is for your children and your spouse or whoever else that you love, is to be able to live on. We don't believe in people grieving twice, right? You're gonna grieve emotionally.
Scoot over to the right a little bit, Brittany. You kind of going out of the shot. Scoot over, just a little. Okay, right. We don't believe in people grieving twice. I like the sound of that. Finish explaining.
Yeah, so pretty much we know that people are going to grieve emotionally because they lost a loved one.
Right.
But also, depending on who passed away, especially if they were the breadwinner, that money should help you sustain. The wife shouldn't have to go right back to work after burying her husband. The mom should not have to go back to work after burying her child, right?
And the wife shouldn't be able to kill me either to get the insurance money.
They should not. And here's the thing: if that happens, ain't no insurance. If it come up that you the cause, no company could pay out. That's an insurance thing, not a.
You hear that, wives and husbands?
Yeah.
So don't let that be an excuse not to get insurance. Because I've seen people say they're not going to get insurance because of that. So let me ask y'all this: like, I'm gonna put some of my business out, right? when my son passed away, age 24, I only had a $10,000 policy on him, right? But I never in my life thought that he would pass away. I never did. So
Right.
the question I'm asking y'all is, what age should you get insurance for a child, I guess? And how much should you get? Because if I would have got $1 million policy on him, I would have got $1 million. You know what I'm saying? So like, how do you know, like, what do you get? You know what I'm saying? Like, one of y'all answer that for me.
You want to take that, Yolanda?
Well,
And
first of all, you should try to get an insurance policy from day one, especially on kids.
Right.
And then you can get up to 50,000 on a child.
Right.
So
Up to
it would
50,000.
it's your best to, you know, get anywhere from 10 to 20,000 on a child.
Okay.
Because they are a child.
Right.
But then once
So-
they turn the age of 25, they are eligible to get their own policy.
Okay, so you can only do 50 with a child.
That's the most that we allow.
Okay. And what would you
I'll just
say?
say this.
What would you say?
I'll
Brittany?
just
Go
say
ahead.
this because I have a similar story. Me and my husband lost a child in 2014. He was 4 years old. So he
Okay.
was a baby, right? And so,
Right.
like Yolanda said, get insurance from day one.
Right.
With our company, initially at the initial application, yeah, you can get up to 50,000. If you want more, that is possible. You know, but because I've been in the game a little bit longer, I kind of know, you know, the ins and outs. Getting more insurance over 50K is possible. It just takes a little bit more paperwork.
Okay. So what do y'all suggest? Like with me, it wasn't enough to pay for my son's funeral because I
Yeah.
had to show out for him.
Well,
Londa with that, you
here's
know
the
how we do
thing.
it. So it's like,
Exactly.
what do you suggest?
So most of us want to, you know, and this is nothing toward this comment is nothing to disrespect anyone on this platform if they lost a child, because I experienced it myself. We have a habit as a people to, you know, bury the money with the loved one, and that's okay because you want to make sure you putting them away. But here's the thing: the average adult funeral right now is ranging anywhere minimum between 18 to 20,000, right? So what I'm recommending for people is,
18.
hey,
Whoa! 18 or 20,000. You talking about Fluky
yeah,
Stokes?
if not more.
What?
Because looking at the economy, it costs
18
just as much to die as it is to live.
Wow, 18 to 20,000. So that's why I see people with
Yes.
these GoFundMe's and jars in the gas stations. Makes sense.
Absolutely. So
Right.
we got a lot of adults that are underinsured. So my rule of thumb, if it comes down to a child, I'm always ranging between 20 to 25,000 at a minimum, if not giving them that 50K.
Right.
Because I'm
At a
also
minimum.
thinking like a parent, right? You know, my husband, he didn't have to go back to work after our son died. This was my bonus baby, but his biological son. He didn't have to
Right.
go right back to work because we had enough coverage that bought him some time.
Okay. I'll get that. Yeah, unfortunately, I had to get right back to the strip club right after the funeral. I didn't
This is not a laughing matter.
I didn't look at it.
He gonna always make it a laughing matter.
We gonna always
That's
make
good.
it.
So that's a good quality.
Londa already know.
Yeah, because
So-
and then you got to think about it too. Most people nowadays, they are living off of 2 incomes. So if one of those incomes is taken away, they paying their mortgage, kids' schools, food, 2 cars, groceries, light bill, gas bill. Now just imagine if the 2 of them was bringing in $7,000 between the 2 of them, and the father dies. That
Why
mother,
gotta be? Why we gotta pick the father? What? Why the
Okay.
mama?
okay, well then if the mother dies, the father still has to come up with some kind of way to still continue to pay for all of that on one income. That's gonna be hard for him. That's why the insurance will come in and help him still survive, where he won't be stressed out.
Let me ask you to something you just said. Something you just said, right?
Okay.
No, for real. I don't know why, like, naturally, we expect the father to die first before the mama, right? So, do people put more on the man than they put on the woman? Like, how do that work?
Yeah, we have cases like that because here's the thing. The stats say that men die quicker than women. So it's not a matter of us just wanting, the men to die quicker. That's what statistics says about y'all. And I mean, it's understandable because most men are the breadwinners. Most men gotta go to work, gotta do the labor. While women are a little bit different. So
Streets, I see y'all. I'm gonna get to y'all streets, but this is important, and I'm kind of scared of them for some reason. Well, I'll tell y'all why I'm scared of Londa in a minute. But I'm gonna get to y'all streets. So yeah, like you say, it is right. The men usually go first. So I guess it's like a gamble. You already know, like, hey, boom, we're gonna go. So, like, how much should you put on yourself? Is what I like to know.
So there is a rule of thumb, right? Typically, legally, a person needs 8 to 10 times their annual income in life insurance.
I was just gonna ask that question, so keep going.
Yeah.
All right.
So if you make it 50 grand a year, you need about a minimum of what, 500,000 in insurance. And most middle-class families are unable to start off paying that much. And that's why our company wins so well, because don't get me wrong, we're not what you call cheap. There's a difference between cheap and affordable, but we specialize in affordable life insurance. We can get you a starter plan where you start somewhere just so that nobody has to do the GoFundMe, pass the hat around, cooking the dinners, right? We get you started, but hey, we also have a way for you to grow your income with us so that you're able to get more insurance over time. So
okay, let me ask you a grimy question, right, Yolanda? And y'all, Yolanda is my big cousin, and I didn't just like meet her yesterday. I've known her my whole life, so more like a big sister that I'm scared of. But let me ask you this, because sometimes I get grimy, right? So say we got a family member that doesn't have insurance, and I put insurance, and he lets me get an insurance policy on him, right? So he passes away, and I don't know, I get 100,000. Do I got to pay for his funeral?
I mean, if he left you the beneficiary, that's really up to you. It is now your money, and you can do what you want to do with it. But out the kindness of your heart, because you do have a good heart, I would do it if it was me.
You know
but
what,
I can't
Londa?
tell you what to do with
You
your
know what, Londa? I
What?
want $100,000 policy on you, okay? I'm going to put it on you.
You
Okay.
can't get no $100,000 from me.
What?
Sorry.
You can, so I'm trying to buy some freaking insurance. I want one on you and one on Brittany. 100 G's. Okay.
There's no insurable interest.
No, for real though. I'm saying that right. I'm saying that playing right. But can you get insurance on it? Like, how does that work? Like, who can you get insurance on?
You have to have an insurable interest to that person you're trying to get the insurance on. So it's like your mom, your dad, and your kids. And if it's somebody that's disabled that you're taking care of, but
So
you
you
can't
gotta-
get insurance on your siblings.
Oh, you can't?
No.
Oh. So what about like I be hearing stuff like they say record companies be getting insurance on these rappers and then get them to do all this game banging and stuff. Is that true? Can they do that?
Yeah, that's something called a key man policy. So when you're in business together, you have the right because there's an insurable interest there. We want to make sure if something happens to one of us that the business keeps going. Yes.
A key man policy. So let me ask y'all this, right? so many people run from insurance because they think it costs $1 million a month, right?
But it
What
don't.
does it cost to get insurance to be enough to pay for your funeral and for me to be able to go to a strip club and have a little fun and enjoy life and take a vacation? Like if I want to get a policy, what would I have to spend on somebody?
Well, it's according. It goes. Every policy doesn't fit everyone. Every policy is different, and there are a couple of things that they look for: your age, your health,
Okay.
and the years.
Okay. So now let's get back to the original question that I said we come back to. What is the difference if I get whole insurance or term insurance? Like, what's the difference with that? The short version, because everybody ain't understanding. I want them to buy. So just give them a short difference between long and term.
So term life is a term, and it goes according to years. A whole life, all whole life policies have what is called a cash value. It's a savings account attached to them, and anything that goes into that savings account, when your loved one pass away, you would think they would get that money, but they won't. That money goes back to the insurance company, which is called a cash surrender value. So anything that goes into that savings that's attached to the whole life, it goes back to the company.
Wait, so what's when you say a savings account, how do your money get in there, and can you go get some of the money?
Because you're paying for two things. You're paying for that your policy, and you're paying for the insurance, the savings account.
Right.
So when you pass away, let's say you got $100K in a policy and you're paying $250 a month for that whole life policy. 125 is going into that policy, and then 125 is going into the savings account. So when your loved one pass away, whatever is in the savings, you will get. You won't get. And whatever is in the policy, you will get. But if just say your loved one take a loan out, just say they take out $50,000,
right?
And the loved one passed away. So you have $50,000 in the savings, but they took out a loan. So now you have, when you take out a loan, what do you have to do?
Have to stop picking up your phone. Have to stop picking up your phone when they call.
You have to pay it back, and when you
my bad. My bad. You said what do I have to do? You mean what shouldn't people do? Okay, what do I have to do?
You have to pay that loan back, and when you pay it back, you paying it back with a 6 to 8% interest rate. Now your loved one passed away and didn't pay that loan off.
Right.
So what you think gonna happen? When you call the insurance company and say, "Oh, well, I know my mom had an insurance policy and it was $100,000," they're gonna tell you, "Hey, yes, your mom did have $100,000 policy, but she took out a $50,000 loan as well." Now
so you can take out a loan on your insurance policy, or will bill collectors like what you saying?
On a whole life.
So you can borrow off of the whole life insurance policy.
Yes.
Okay.
But listen, when you borrow off their whole life and you die and don't pay it back, now your family is gonna go thinking they're gonna get $100,000 off of that policy, but they won't, because you took out that loan. Now that loan has to be paid back with a 6 to 8% interest rate. Now, when your family go to get that check, they may have only $2,000 to $3,000.
So what? I done spent the money anyway. Yeah. So you mean to tell me, because I've been messing with term. So you mean to tell me if I got whole life insurance, how long before I can go borrow some money off of?
It ain't that easy. It's years.
How many years? I got a little time left in me. For real, how many years?
Until your money builds up. Because
No,
when you
no,
get
let me stop playing for people think
first
I'm
of all,
crazy.
when you get a whole life of policy, your money doesn't grow for the first 2 to 5 years.
No,
So let's
I
say
know somebody, right? I know somebody. His grandparents got a whole life insurance on him, right?
mhm.
They passed away. He instantly went in, got like $30,000, and we partied. We definitely partied. So when I found out he got it from his life insurance, I'm like, hey, fool, what happens if you die? Yeah, man, I ain't worried about that. I'm
Did he
like, so
get it?
you were, what you say?
Did he get it from his life insurance, or he
No,
got
he
it
got
from
it from his life insurance. The policies on
policy that
him.
they had?
He got some money from them too, but he went after he blew that money. He went and cashed in his life insurance policy and blew that money. So in a way, it just depends on how responsible or irresponsible you want to be when you leave, huh?
But see, you said he cashed it in. He didn't borrow on that. He cashed it in. That's a difference.
Well, what's the difference? Because whatever it is, I know he's not paying them the money back. So what's
Right.
cashing in
So
and what's borrowing?
if he cash it in, that means he get the money. He don't owe them
Wait, so
anything.
you can
But if he borrows,
when you're
that
alive, you can go cash in your policy? I'm asking you. You can
some people do turn in their policies because they don't
Okay.
want to pay them no more.
So they'll give you some money back.
Yes, they'll give you money back, but it depends on the policy.
Now explain to me, because Brittany over there shaking, she about to explode. Brittany, explain to me why you gotta have term. Because you don't even want me talking about this whole stuff. Brittany, like, hey, fool, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to save you. So explain to them what term is, Brittany.
Well, I think Yolanda did a great job on pretty much breaking down whole life. But our concept is to help a person buy term insurance for a term, because life insurance was never intended to be for your whole life. Okay. It's just in place. And so the youngest of the children is of age of at least 25 years old. Because, I mean, let's say that you have a 3-year-old daughter, right? You put together a 30-year term. In 30 years,
Let's say I
she's
don't.
33.
Let's say I don't. That sounds a little janky. I might get a phone call.
Right. Okay.
You say you
But
admitted to this to your
I'll put
baby.
it on myself. I'll put it on
Let's
myself.
say somebody has a 3-year-old daughter.
Let's
Okay,
say someone has a 3-year-old daughter. They
Right.
put together a 30-year term. In 30 years, that daughter is 33. And so when we, especially in our community, if we think about that, how likely will a person have to heavily take care of a 33-year-old adult if they're able-bodied and they've been taught the right way to live, right? So at that point, your children, you don't need a lot of life insurance because the responsibility is now grown outside the house. You know, your mortgage is paid off, your kids grown. So now we're looking at retirement. So with our plans, we're going to get you your term insurance, but we're going to also have you directly investing into the global economy, which is AKA y'all, the stock market. Okay. This is how banks, this is how the banks, the credit unions, and insurance companies make their money. We're just showing people how to directly do it for themselves. We are bypassing the middleman. I want people to know that there's a book out there called The Invisible Banker by Andrew Tobias. Hear me. That book will outline how they never marketed term insurance and investments to the Black and brown community. And the reason for that is because why? It was the quickest way to create real generational wealth.
Quickest way. Hold on, y'all. Let me go to the streets because I've ignored them. We got Corey Conut right in the building, the top dog. We got my guy Drama G in the building. We got the number one guest of the show, Jackie, in the building. She said, you already know, stop playing with me. So the real life Pekin Insurance. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but I appreciate you. Always give me some good comments. J Suis. I don't know how to pronounce. He said, it's about creating your own economic system instead of enemy system. My guy Louis K's up said, insurance policy is a must. All kids had life insurance. All his kids had life insurance starting at 10 years old. He said, I mean, I have not had it. I had 20,000 for my child. Okay, yeah, so he knew to have that. So back to y'all, ladies. Now, y'all been here hanging, but this is Hood Hierarchy. And we don't let people come on without screening them. So before we get back to the business, I have to ask the question. Yolanda, what city and state are you from?
I'm in Linwood, Illinois.
No, I ain't say where you live. I said where you at. I said where you from.
I'm from Chicago, the West Side.
The West Side. Okay, it's all right. It's all right on the West Side, y'all. Brittany, what city and state?
I'm from the West Side of Chicago.
Okay, West Side is here. Wonder why they know so much about insurance, y'all. They from the West Side. Okay, if somebody's on
Wow.
the West, I'm just saying. My family is from the West Side, y'all, as y'all can see. So, with that being said, if somebody is in Chicago and they coming to eat, I'm gonna be nice to y'all. I ain't gonna make y'all pick the West Side. Brittany, where you sending them to if they want something to eat?
It depends on what they want to eat. So if they want to eat from they want some Chicago.
They want
Chicago
authentic
food,
Chicago food. They want to sit down. Authentic, but they ain't gotta sit, just authentic Chicago food. Where you sending them to?
If they want chicken, I'm sending them to Uncle Remus.
Right, Uncle Remus.
Okay, so do y'all want to end this interview now or later? Okay. I know y'all want to tell them Harris.
No. On the West Side. If you want some good rib tips, if you want a good Philly, it's called Jay's Backyard Barbecue.
What I say? What I say? You know what?
And, is that I think it's Central in Division.
Jay's Backyard Barbecue. Okay. What about you, Yolanda? You say Uncle Remus?
Uncle Remus is definitely a staple.
Okay. Hey, them sound good. I gotta ask you this, Londa. What's your favorite black movie?
Now you know I don't even watch TV like that, so don't. Why you come at me?
I just
like
say
that?
you gotta have a hood movie. We need one hood movie out of you. We need one.
New Jack City.
New Jack City, and she went straight to the hood. Don't watch, went straight to the hood. New Jack City. What about you, Brittany?
Ooh, that's tough. But if I had to choose, I'm going with Money Making Mitch.
There we go. That's my favorite horror movie ever. Paid in Full.
Or Belly.
Belly is a good one too. So
yeah.
Great. I'm not done with y'all yet.
I was just gonna say, you have anybody have questions?
I just gotta know. Favorite comic.
Who?
Your favorite comic, Wanda?
Favorite comic?
Favorite comic.
Ooh. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man? No, I'm talking about a comedian. Not no comic book. We don't read comic books in the hood. What'd you say? My bad.
Okay, you said comedian.
Comedian then. My bad. My bad. You ain't got no favorite comedian?
I don't know. I don't have a favorite comedian.
All right, so we'll keep these comedy show tickets because she don't need them.
Oh, let me answer that. I don't have a Okay.
I'm gonna say
look.
Who? Get him. Who you
I
say,
love
Brittany?
Mike Epps. I like Mike Epps, but right now Mojo Brooks he got it right now.
Mojo Brooks is killing it. Ain't Mojo Brooks killing it?
Killing
Honey,
it.
you got it. When
See,
Mojo
I
Brooks
don't even
come, we
know who
going.
that is.
When
I don't
Mojo
even
Brooks
know who
come,
that
we
is.
going. We going.
He's
All
funny.
right. I've talked to the hood. They say y'all hood enough. They believe y'all. So now back to this term stuff. You were saying, Brittany, that you can invest when you get term insurance. So how do you invest with it?
So what we do, we set you up something called a mutual fund. It's one of the best well-kept secrets in the investment world, okay? So our focus is not to have our families depending on life insurance for your whole life, okay? We want to get you to a place where you're self-insured. So mutual funds have been around since the 1920s, averaging anywhere between 8 to 12% or better when it comes down to interest rates on your money. Now, you would agree that money is a tool, right?
Right.
Absolutely. And so where we go
definitely a
wrong as
tool.
a people, we never put our money to work. And that's one of the biggest issues that we're trying to solve, helping people know that your money's supposed to be doing something for you. Right. And so with us, you can start a mutual fund for as low as $25 a month just to get you in the habit of storing and putting away so that you're able to take advantage. Because, hey, look, if we put together a 30-year term and you are not investing for the next 30 years, right? By the time the end of that term, you'll have some wealth accumulated. So now life insurance is just an option. Does that make sense?
Yes. How much for that high 25? How much in coverage am I looking at?
Well, you're not looking at that. Was pertaining to only the actual investment piece. You can start investing.
So for $25.
Yes, absolutely.
So every dollar is a soldier making me some money, huh? So
that's what's supposed to happen. Come on, what's their name? Benjamin and all them. Yeah, put them soldiers out there. Send them out.
Yeah.
See, and a lot of things that we look at right now in life is like when you go on Walmart or Target, who do you see at the door checking receipts?
They
are the older people, and that's because when they was younger, they didn't put anything to the side for their retirement. So now that they're older, they done spent the little money that they had accumulated off their jobs, and now they have to go back to work.
Maybe they just be there because they want to make some extra money, though.
You have some that do that, but the majority of them have to go back to work because they only had a little small amount of money, and then they exhausted it.
Right. I understand. So how important is doing investments, would you say?
It's important, especially with the younger crowd. So you can look at a person that's maybe like 25. If they start off putting anywhere from $50 to $100 a month, if they start putting it up in the next 30 years, they can have almost $1 million saved up.
Yeah, cash millionaire. And just to add a little bit to that, as far as that question, the pensions are gone. If you didn't come into a job getting that pension, there is no more money for the rest of your life. And here's the reality: hood hierarchy. The traditional 401k plans are not going to cut it. Uncle Sam has to tax you at whatever tax bracket when it's time for you to retire. So you have people, I've seen people retire with $500,000 in their 401k. They are in a 37% tax bracket. 37% of that $500,000 goes to Uncle Sam. So now this is why people are going back to drive a bus, to work at Walmart, because their money is taxed. So we have a better way by way of something called a Roth IRA. ROTH, Roth IRA.
So do you have to Do you have to come in with a bunch of money, like put money down with that? Like, how does that work?
You do not have to come in and put money down. You just come in and set up set your account up with a wealth manager, which Brittany is one.
So
a minimum of $25.
So $25 will get me going. So if I'm on a budget and I want to grab me a policy, like realistically, if I want to grab me a policy and invest, like how much of my money a month would I have to spend on that?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's hard to give concrete numbers because everyone's situation is different. So it's all going to
Well, I'm
depend
on a
on your
budget.
budget.
I'm in the lower
Okay.
class of people making money. So how much do I have
Okay,
to?
and look, and you are our target. It just depends. Whatever your budget is, we do something called a financial needs analysis, an FNA, which will allow us to tie in what your budget is and set you up a game plan. And those are
So
for
will
free.
$50 a month be able to give me some insurance and invest, or that's too low to go?
Depending on how much coverage you want to
Well,
get.
like I said
remember,
before,
life
it's
insurance
based
depends on
on
age
Hey, right.
and health, right?
Everybody
And
different.
as a man, men are charged more for life insurance. So it just depends. We really
I'm
can't give
just trying to get a number for the people out there so they can, because I know like a lot of stuff, people just have no sense on how much it costs. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you know, I don't like to brag, but I brag. So I had posted a picture standing in front of the Maserati, right? And a dude said, "You could have got a Charger." And I'm like, "Yeah, I could have got 3 Chargers." But I'm like, but he probably don't know how much this car costs new. So what I'm saying is, people might think you need a bunch of money to invest and have insurance. So if we're talking about $100 a month, $50 a month, like is that a realistic figure for somebody to get going? Is what I'm asking.
Yes, it is. Since you post a question that way, that could be realistic.
Right. So what you're telling me is, if I put down a little smoke just for a week or so, I can invest that in life insurance and my future.
Yes.
A comfortable future. So Londa said I don't have to be at Walmart, which I was planning on being one day, but maybe I should start investing. So
Oh my goodness.
So this is making sense to me. Now, y'all, I gotta know what y'all think, right? I've been waiting, right? I've been waiting for this, right? And like I can't wait to chop this up and put it on the internet and see what people think, right? Okay. I'll ask you first, Londa, even though me and you didn't talk about this type of stuff all the time, right? If you have a friend that dies and they don't have insurance, how much should you contribute to his funeral, his or her funeral?
How much should you contribute to their funeral?
How much should you contribute if they call like, hey, Leroy out of here, they finally didn't got him. Say so we trying to bury him. I was like, oh man, Leroy ain't have no insurance. Leroy had a Benz. Like, man, no, he ain't got nothing. Well, he ain't had no money. No, nothing. We need 18,000. We just gonna bury him, get a cheap funeral. How much should I contribute?
I mean, that would be up to you and your pockets.
It's Leroy.
I mean, still, that's up to you and your pockets. I can't tell you how to spend your money.
How much would you contribute to your friend Leroy?
First, I'm gonna find out what they have.
They ain't got nothing.
Well, they had to come up with something because I'm not gonna pay for no whole funeral.
Okay. What about you, Brittany? What would you give for Leroy? What would you give?
It depends on the circumstance. If as an agent, if I connected with my boy Leroy and he was giving me the running around,
Right.
I don't know. I have to consult my husband. Like, okay, are we giving? Are we contributing? Because he qualified for the insurance,
Leroy
and
used
I
to
was
come over
right there
there
with
and,
him.
and cut y'all grass sometimes when your husband ain't feel like doing it.
Well, no,
Yeah, well, yeah.
I will.
We're gonna put some
For
on it. We're gonna put some on it.
$40.
We're gonna put some
$40.
on it.
What
I'm
you
gonna
say?
say this, and I'm gonna be
We'll
honest
put some
about
on
this.
it.
Okay.
If I came to you and you're my friend, and I
Mhm.
came to you and I sat down with you and explained this to you, and you still didn't get a policy, I hate to say it, but when you pass away, I'm not giving you a dime.
Now, is that if they didn't get the policy from you, or that they didn't get a policy, period?
They didn't get a policy, period. It don't have to be from me. My thing is trying to get people to understand the need of insurance. They can get it anywhere that they want to get it. I don't care where they get it from. Just get something, because that's the problem now. Our people don't want to do anything, but then when they pass away, they expect everybody to go and spend their hard-earned money on them when they was walking around here. They had a job and doing all
Yeah, like
kinds of everything.
custom hood hierarchy jacket, hats, Bulls jackets,
See, now why is you
watches,
walking around with all of that
but no
but
insurance.
no life insurance? That's
Yeah.
pitiful on ourselves.
No, for real though.
Especially if you have young children. You
Right.
pass away, you take care of your kids all while you was here. Now that you're gone, who you leaving your kids to? You may be leaving your kids to somebody that don't have no money. So now they're gonna struggle trying to take care of your kids.
Well, you know, a lot of people be worried about
That's all we trying to get
leaving the woman with the money. See, they leave the woman with the money, right? The woman got the $1 million, whatever. Then you got somebody like me that slides in, right? So, you know, I can run through $1 million in like a year and a half, no problem.
But you
Quickly.
know what else?
So
We also have trust in living wills. So
there we
therefore,
go.
you don't have to leave the money to the woman or the mother. You can also set it up in a trust for the kids, for them to receive it when they
I
turn
hate those.
certain age
I
or
hate
whatever.
those. Right, because the girl be like, well, she can't get the money till she's 18, but like, I could buy a computer or something. I hate those. I hate that I have to wait till they're 18. So that's the way to stop for somebody from blowing your kids' money. Set up a trust until they turn 18, right?
I mean, you don't have to wait till they turn 18. You can set it up
I
however
mean,
you
that they
want
can't spend until they're grown to spend it, right? Is that what you're
to
saying?
whatever age you set it at.
Right. That stops people from me like me sliding in go through the
Because
million.
some people set the trust where they don't even get it when they're 18. They can't touch it till they're 21. Because at the
Okay.
age of 18, they're still immature.
Yeah, they gonna go party. What about now? Let me ask y'all this: is there a difference between being? What's the difference between being? Can you be underinsured or overinsured?
Yes, you can. You can
How is
definitely
that?
be underinsured. You can never be overinsured, but you can definitely be underinsured.
Okay, what's underinsured then? Like, what's the
Just
example?
say you pass away, you only had a policy for $5,000. But
Right.
now it's time for your family to bury you. $5,000, as Brittany said, it's 18,000 and up to have a funeral nowadays. But you only had a policy for 5,000. That's not enough for your family to bury you. So now you're underinsured. So they still have to go out and do the dinners, the what they call those things?
Strip club.
No, not those.
GoFundMe. Oh, GoFundMe. Oh, okay. All right. Okay. Forgive me, huh? Forgive me. Okay. Yeah, they had to do the GoFundMe. So yeah, So let me ask y'all this. Would you advise a working class family to get $1 million life insurance policies on everybody?
Well, you know that's what the rich folks do.
Right?
That's how they stay wealthy.
They do.
But I mean, don't go out there and get something that you know you can't afford, and then you'll have it for a little while, then you can't pay for it. So we don't advise people to do that.
Right. Do something comfortable.
Right.
Okay.
Something that you're comfortable with doing once a month.
So y'all done ran through this, and I told you I could talk about this insurance stuff all day. Y'all done ran through this so quick on me, right? Tell them this is what I want my
do they have?
This is what you gotta understand. I just do the live just to do it now. Once it's circulating around the internet, they're gonna ask questions the way I chop it up. So the most important thing is I want everybody who see this to come get some insurance from your company. So how can they find y'all to make this happen? Y'all hear me? How do they get in
They
touch
can
with
find
you
me
about
at well, they can either text or call my phone, or they can come to the office. Our office is in Tinley Park.
Okay.
And my phone number, which you can, give them my number.
Okay. There we go. There y'all go. If y'all want to get insured, what other kind is that? What all type of insurance do y'all do?
We do the term life insurance, the term insurance, and investor difference. That's the main two things that we do.
So y'all do investments and life insurance.
Yes, and we also have Vivid, which is home security. We have trust and living wills. We also have mortgages as well.
Oh, okay. Well, give them the name and the address to the again, so they want to pull up and get something.
Coach, throw the address out there.
Well, the best way to connect is what she said, either via phone. Myself, I am on social media on Facebook, just my first and last name, Brittany Williams. If you want to find me on Instagram, I'm actually under that platform under Brittany, my first name _ will evolve. A simple inbox is perfect. Because this is business, I don't mind sharing my phone number, which is 630-542-7724. Yolanda and myself work very closely together. So if you connect with her, you connect with me, and vice versa. If you connect with me, you're also connecting with her. So our office is in Tinley Park. Upon us connecting, if you want to connect more so in person rather than over Zoom, because that's how we do everything, we would then supply the office address.
Makes sense. So I hope somebody watches this and they understand. I definitely like to joke and play, but people have to understand the importance of insurance. And like I said, it was a great feeling when my mom, dad, or son, or whoever, that we didn't have to do GoFundMe's and fish fries and rob banks and all that to wonder how we're gonna bury this person. And most importantly, you said something, Brittany. Insurance is for the living, not for the dead. So don't spend all the money trying to have a funeral like I had for the Beats. You don't do that. You save some. You don't do that. It's not for that. For real, though. I'm playing, y'all. But again, like you say, it's for the living. So you shouldn't even want your people to blow all the money on a couple hours for a funeral, So I think y'all have been very insightful. This has been a very important episode of Hood Hierarchy. I'm gonna let her chop it up and put it in people's face because y'all giving it up. Y'all giving up the game. So when y'all see this, tap in, get you some insurance. Don't be stupid. Put down your drink for 1 week and buy some insurance. Is that simple, that easy. So before we get out of here, we end it one way only. Since y'all is both from a certain side of town, when I say what's the hood, y'all just say y'all side of town y'all from, and we with that. What side of town are y'all from?
West Side.
West.
Bread, getting bread, just getting bread, getting bread, just getting bread, getting bread. Ain't no bread, just witness bread.